to run some errands. Please tidy up this place.
No!
Wow! How did you guys do it?
We got cleaners.
Cleaners?
You know it, Dad.
Cleaner, it works.
Coming up next on Plus TV, Plus News. Join our news team for half hour of local and national news. Plus News, informative, balanced, accurate, and current.
Explore the great outdoors with Benny's quality and savings.
Flowers are more than petals and stems. They are messages. They speak when words fall short. At Bow and Our Flowers, every arrangement tells a story of love, gratitude, comfort, and celebration of moments that matter. From heartfelt condolences to joyful milestones and everyday surprises, we treat your moments as if they are our own. We're more than a flower shop. We create customized gift baskets filled with adorable items, making every gift truly unforgettable. At Bow and Our Flowers, our promise is simple: quality, heart, and arrangements that create long-lasting memories. Visit us in Nopan or Spanish Lookout. Contact us. Bow and Our Flowers, where every flower has a purpose and every gift hits the heart. Cyber Realty and Development is the leader in providing solutions to the current land crisis in Belize. For homeowners and investors alike, Cyber Realty is offering special deals on half-acre parcels in its new Emery Village development. Enjoy prime land off mile 37 on the George Price Highway at an unbeatable price. All you need is the initial down payment of $275 Belize dollars. Take advantage and reserve your half-acre home sites today. Emery Village. Join the community. Invest in your future.
Hola niños, ¿cómo están? ¿Están listos para fe, diversión y amigos?
¿Están listos?
¡Sí! Así que únanse con nosotros cada sábado a las 10 a.m. y los domingos a las 11 a.m.
Dos tiempos para escoger o únanse a los dos. Aquí en PlusTV.
Cada semana tendremos nuevos episodios solo para ti y canciones muy divertidas para que bailemos juntos.
Y pasos de baile super cool que puedes seguir.
Cada semana tendremos historias emocionantes que nos acercan a Jesús. Y ¿saben? Juegos muy divertidos para que riamos juntos.
Vamos a aprender cómo para guiar para Jesús donde quiera que estemos.
¿Te gustan las sorpresas y premios? ¿Te gusta hacer nuevos amigos?
¿Te gusta divertirte y aprender de Dios?
Así es.
Coinonía es para ti.
Así que no te olvides. Invita a tus amigos, primos y vecinos.
Pon tu alarma y alístate
Nos vemos la próxima vez en Coinonía Kids
en PlusTV.
Blessed Gardens is servicing home gardens across the country from the nation's capital and helping Belizeans reconnect with nature. We have everything you need for your home garden, so get growing. We have various types of soils: fortified soil, composted soil, potting soil, and pure compost for your garden. We have quality seeds and over 65 varieties of food seedlings for your garden. We even have organic insecticides available, EM soil treatment, and Polyshade for your excessive sun or rain. Blessed Gardens has all your garden solution in one location. Call 610-5679. Visit us at the Bumapan Market Plaza or enjoy our free deliveries across the country. Blessed Gardens. Get growing, Belize.
Do you enjoy learning and wanting to know more about Christ your Savior? Then join Phil Sanders in Search of the Lord's Ways every Sunday 7:30 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. on PlusTV for half an hour of beautiful hymns and Bible messages. Messages are repeated on Tuesdays at 1:30 and Fridays at 10:30 a.m. Search in the Word for God's will. Know more and do more for the God we love. In Search of the Lord's Ways with Phil Sanders is being brought to you by the Church of Christ in your area. Be sure to visit.
Hey guys, I'm off to run some errands. Please tidy up this place. Wow, how did you guys do it?
We got cleaners.
Cleaners?
You know it, Dad.
Cleaner. It works.
So when we praise God, you know something. When I think of the love of the Lord.
Spice up your next event with professional lighting. Call 610-5679 and give your audience an experience they'll
In the headlines for tonight's newscast, Foreign Minister reacts to the ICJ ruling in favor of Guatemala joining Honduras' case against Belize. Belize continues to weigh its options regarding Cuba's medical brigade. Minister Fonseca refers to the Feinstein Group's actions as attacks on Belize. And Ministry of Health and Wellness paying a keen eye to over-the-counter medication regulations. These stories and more coming up next on Plus News. Stay tuned.
This newscast is brought to you through the courtesy of Builders Hardware, your home improvement warehouse.
A year ago, on March 17, 2025, Builders Hardware introduced something new for Belize, our online store. For the first time, customers could explore thousands of products, place their orders, and complete their purchases entirely online. Whether you're nearby or in another district, you can browse what you need, place your order, and have it delivered directly to you. And for those who prefer to pick up their items, our smart lockers make it quick and simple. Just scan your code and your order is ready. Every day, more and more people across the country have begun turning to the platform as a faster and more convenient way to shop with Builders Hardware. Along the way, many customers have also found added benefits online, from special website offers to rewards for those signing up for the first time. All of this is just another step towards making our products more accessible to communities across Belize, bringing our store closer to you wherever you are.
Welcome to Plus News for today, Thursday, March 19th. I am LJ Wade. Earlier today, the International Court of Justice ruled unanimously in favor of Guatemala joining Honduras' case against Belize regarding the Sapodilla Keys. Following the ruling, many Belizeans took to Facebook to share their disappointment with the ruling, but according to Belize's foreign minister, the decision was expected and wanted. Today, in speaking with the media, Minister Fonseca stated that the ICJ's ruling to give Guatemala permission to join the case is in the best interest of Belize. He further stated that Belizeans have nothing to worry about. Here are his comments.
Not surprised at all. I mean, as you know, Belize offered no objections to Guatemala joining the case. So it was our legal team expected that would be the result, and so we're not surprised at all. And you know, in fact, the thinking of the legal team is that is in Belize's interest. That's our objective. We want the entirety of these matters to be resolved, and so Guatemala's involvement there will help to achieve that objective. In our submissions before the court, of course, we have asked that these matters be dealt with concurrently. We would hope that the substantive case with Guatemala would be dealt with, and then this case with Honduras as well. So that's entirely up to the court. They will determine that. Our legal team made submissions to the court. I would invite people to review those submissions. They were very clear about our position on this matter. We thought it was in the interest of all the parties, and of course in the interest of Belize, that Guatemala join the case so that all these issues can be resolved once and for all definitively. So no surprise at all in terms of the decision. The Belizean people should not be excited about the fact that Guatemala has joined the case and the court has ruled that Guatemala can join the case. That was expected. And as I said, I believe that is in the interest of Belize's case moving forward.
Belize continues to feel the pressure of the United States government as it relates to relations with Cuba. Earlier this year, President of the United States, Donald Trump, announced that serious sanctions would be placed on countries trying to assist Cuba with oil. Earlier this month, a leaked memo from the U.S. Department of State stated that the U.S. government was proposing to pressure countries to expel Cuban doctors in exchange for infrastructure modernization and support for what it describes as ethical third country recruitment of medical personnel. The Cuban Medical Brigade in Belize has been a long-standing partnership, but may soon be coming to an end. Foreign Minister of Belize, Francis Fonseca, says that the government, due to external pressures, is still weighing the options.
It's well documented that Cuba is going through a very, very difficult and challenging period. Some describe it as the most difficult and challenging period in the last perhaps 40 years for Cuba. So, Belize obviously has been monitoring that situation very carefully. I think it's no secret the U.S. position on Cuba is well documented. Belize's position on Cuba is well established. As recently as last year at the UN General Assembly, the Prime Minister stated very clearly Belize's position. We have consistently called for an end to the embargo, the lifting of the sanctions, the removal of the designation of Cuba as a state sponsor of terrorism. But what Cuba is dealing with now is obviously a very, very serious humanitarian crisis. So we have discussed this matter in CARICOM. We've been discussing this matter. In terms of the brigade, the medical brigade, that is a matter that we are reviewing in light of the circumstances in Cuba, the changing circumstances in Cuba. We are looking at options in terms of what do we do. So we're discussing that with Cuba. I want to, of course, place on record that our deep gratitude to the Cuban government and people for the brigade. The brigade obviously has played a critical role in the development of our health system here in Belize, particularly in rural communities where their doctors have served. So currently we have about 92 medical professionals serving in Belize. 45 of them, as I understand it, are doctors. So we're looking at that. And what we have done, Cabinet has asked that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs work along with the Ministry of Health and Wellness to devise a plan that will present different options to Cabinet for us to look at.
Sounds like an exit strategy though.
Well, that may be one option, so that may be one option. But the whole point is that given the circumstances, what is happening in Cuba, we have to be prepared. And so we have to have a plan. Whether it's a transition plan, we have to have a plan to ensure that our health system is protected.
Earlier this week, the entire country of Cuba was plunged into darkness after the country's power grid collapsed. The blackout has been attributed to aging electrical infrastructure and fuel shortages following a U.S. blockage on oil shipments to the country. Over the last 24 hours, Cuba has managed to restore power to most of the country. The rolling blackouts have affected everyone in the country, including the Belizean students who live and study on the island. According to Belizean Prime Minister John Briceño, The government is in constant communication with the students, and despite the blackouts, the students have opted to remain in the country.
Well, we can't help them when it comes to the blackouts, but what we have been doing is that we have been in contact with them, and we have found ways in getting them supplies, food supplies, and things that they need, like batteries and so forth. So we're trying to do our best to help along with the parents.
What are they saying about the conditions they're living in right now?
Well, they are recognize that it is tough, but they are saying that they don't want to leave, that they are committed to staying, they are committed to their school, and committed to their education. And they feel that the sacrifice that they're doing right now would be worth it when they could come back to Belize and to serve our citizens.
Will Joseph Ryan Budna be returned to Belize? That is the question that is on everyone's mind following a statement by the Prime Minister earlier this week. On Tuesday, March 17th, during an appearance on The Morning Show, the PM stated that he is considering whether to request the return of Joseph Ryan Budna from Guatemala to serve the remainder of his sentence in Belize. Today, Foreign Minister Fonseca shut down the possibility, stating that there is no basis for a prisoner swap agreement with Guatemala.
Yeah, well, we do not have any prisoner exchange agreement or treaty between Belize and Guatemala. So there's no basis for us to have a prisoner swap. But we are, as I've said repeatedly, we are at the embassy in Guatemala in contact with Mr. Budna. We are there to provide support to him in any way that we can. So if he, asks us to do anything on his behalf in terms of reaching out to the Guatemalan government or the Guatemalan administration, then we will certainly do that. We will certainly do that.
Joseph Ryan Budna was kidnapped from in front of the Orange Walk police station in August of 2025 and has been serving time in a Guatemalan jail since. We'll take our first break and be back at more news. Stay tuned.
A year ago, on March 17, 2025, Builders Hardware introduced something new for Belize, our online store. For the first time, customers could explore thousands of products, place their orders, and complete their purchases entirely online. Whether you're nearby or in another district, you can browse what you need, place your order, and have it delivered directly to you. And for those who prefer to pick up their items, our smart lockers make it quick and simple. Just scan your code and your order is ready. Every day, more and more people across the country have begun turning to the platform as a faster and more convenient way to shop with Builders Hardware. Along the way, many customers have also found added benefits online, from special website offers to rewards for those signing up for the first time. All of this is just another step towards making our products more accessible to communities across Belize, bringing our store closer to you wherever you are.
Over the past 5 years, Digi has invested more than $17 million to revolutionize Belize's digital future. Our advanced 4G LTE network and expanded fiber infrastructure have empowered vital road arteries, connected the farthest valleys and fertile farmlands, linked the bustling cities to the remote keys, and brought cutting-edge connectivity to schools, businesses, healthcare centers, and tourist destinations, fueling economic growth, enhancing education, and strengthening communities across the nation. By choosing Digi, you're leading Belize's digital transformation, bridging distances, opening opportunities, and empowering every corner of our beautiful country. Connect with Digi. Empower Belize.
Need a fresh new kitchen, flip that switch ignition. G appliances shine. Every knob, every line, all align and turn the shower on. Feel gold, colder in the chrome. So bold from the tiles to the tiny screws. We've got the wow you'll choose. All in one place. Design Depot. Everything you need for the life. the paint to the patio glow. Build it up, light it up, watch your dream home grow. All in one place, all in one place, all in one place, all in one place, all in one place.
Design Depot, all in one place.
For any project, big or small, Best Screws provide strength, efficiency, durability, and affordability. Get the screws specifically designed for your next project. Get Best Screw, the power to build, the strength to last. Available at Benny's, quality and savings.
Welcome back. A senior U.S. lawmaker is calling for a review of Belize's rule of law and investment climate, citing concerns over land disputes and the treatment of foreign investors. Brian J. Mast, chairman of the United States House Foreign Affairs Committee, has written to Secretary of State Marco Rubio requesting an official assessment of how ongoing investor disputes in Belize could impact American businesses and U.S. strategic interests. Mass highlighted the long-running dispute surrounding the State Bank Island Cruise Port project, where ownership claims and compulsory acquisition proceedings have remained unresolved for years. This has been just one of many attacks against Belize in the past weeks regarding State Bank entering receivership. Fonseca today called it a dangerous campaign against Belize by the Feinstein Group.
And that's why we're responding to it. We understand that it's clear, obviously, that the Feinstein Group has engaged lobbyists on their behalf. They are engaged in a very negative and I think dangerous campaign against their country, Belize. I find that very disappointing and in many ways disgusting. But we understand, we are dealing with it. We have to remain professional. We have to deal with it at a diplomatic level. And we're doing that. We're doing that in a responsible way, as I said, by responding point by point to every allegation they have made and making it very clear to the U.S. State Department and to the Congress that we are prepared to provide any information that they need so that they are satisfied that in fact the government of Belize is fully committed to the rule of law, fully committed to a good investment climate, fully committed to the independence of the judiciary. I think in terms of the letter, if you talk to people around the U.S. Capitol, those are standard types of letters that go out. When constituents come to people and ask for support on particular issues. So we view it in that light, but we're treating it with seriousness and we're treating it respectfully. We understand what it is. We understand where it's coming from. We understand the agenda that's behind it. So we can't react to that. We have to act responsibly. We're in government. We have to act responsibly, and that's what we're doing.
The matter is currently before the courts. Last week, a Panamanian vessel filled with diesel fuel entered Belizean waters, but was quickly detained by members of the port authority. The vessel was scheduled to dock at the Big Creek port, but was ordered to anchor after major inconsistencies were found in the ship's documentation. The Prime Minister gave us an update on the tanker, stating that they are launching a full investigation into the matter and are checking on the possibility of seizing the diesel.
What we have said that we have seized that tanker, and whosoever is responsible for that tanker will have to answer in a court of law. And if necessary, we're going to seize those 50,000 gallons of diesel to put to use for. We're going to sell it to Puma and to be able to help us a little bit with the challenges that we're facing. From what it seems, and I have to be careful because that will end up in court, this tanker just showed up. There was no documentation. I'm told even the captain said he didn't know what they had there, and no invoice, no nothing. And then all of a sudden some paper come up. So we're doing a full investigation. We have the Attorney General's Ministry working with DOE, working with the Customs Department to ensure that if there was anything that was done unbecoming or anything that was being done illegally, that we're going to deal with it to the full extent of it.
And we'll likely seize it?
Of course. If we can, yes.
A 26-year-old man has been fined and ordered to pay compensation after admitting to use a fake Facebook profile of Minister Cordell Hyde to scam a woman out of $500. Calabaro appeared before High Court Judge Nigel Pilgrim, where he entered a guilty plea as part of a plea agreement. He was fined $500 for the offense of dishonestly obtaining a wrongful credit and ordered to pay $700 in compensation to the victim. Barrow must pay both sums by June 30th. Failure to pay the fine will result in 12 months imprisonment. The court heard that in January 2024, the victim, Cheryl Young, received a friend request from a Facebook account bearing Hyde's name and image. Believing the account to be legitimate, she sought assistance with a land transfer. She was instructed to deposit $500 into a bank account, which she did. Investigations later revealed that the account belonged to Barrow, who withdrew the funds shortly after the deposit. The victim later became suspicious and reported the matter to police, leading to Barrow's arrest and charge. Barrow was previously granted bail in the sum of $6,000. The prosecution was led by the DPP, while Barrow was represented by legal aid attorney Shireen Rodriguez. We'll take our final break and be back with more news. Stay tuned.
A year ago, on March 17, 2025, Builders Hardware introduced something new for Belize, our online store. For the first time, customers could explore thousands of products, place their orders, and complete their purchases entirely online. Whether you're nearby or in another district, you can browse what you need, place your order, and have it delivered directly to you. And for those who prefer to pick up their items, our smart lockers make it quick and simple. Just scan your code and your order is ready. Every day, more and more people across the country have begun turning to the platform as a faster and more convenient way to shop with Builders Hardware. Along the way, many customers have also found added benefits online, from special website offers to rewards for those signing up for the first time. All of this is just another step towards making our products more accessible to communities across Belize, bringing our store closer to you wherever you are.
I want to share why this work is so urgent. My mother is 75 years old. She's blind. She has lived by the sea for 75 years. Today, my mother cannot see the stones you guys are placing to protect her home. But she can hear. Every night she sits in her home and hear the waves beating at her door. To most people, that song is peaceful. But to my mother, the song is a countdown. It is the song of the land she loves being stolen inch by inch. For years, the song has been a dark shadow over our lives. I look at our students here today, their bright little faces. We need your help to make sure that when these children go up to be 75, they are sitting in their homes and aren't afraid of the sea.
The whole design of the T is to catch the sand as it walks past Monkey River. Literally what you see is the sand comes from the river, goes out to sea. The sea was clogged with mud and sand, so the river not push the sand out like it used to. One, we have less flooding. We have a lot of drainage on the way to Monkey River. The water is not there, so. But as you can see, we moved the sand over. Now nature will walk it down with time.
There is an area between the burial ground and where the village is that needs some attention as well, and so it will be addressed right away since PM has approved some additional finance to continue the project in Monkey River.
I am very proud that Minister Osman Martinez, the area representative, along with Oscar Kenya, they saw the necessity, one as the area representative and one as the Minister of Rural Transformation. And then along with the support from my office that we managed to do this, showed us that we just need to put a little bit more investment and we can do the entire area. So I said, you know what, give me an estimate, we're going to do it. We are going to save Monkey River village and going to make it into one of the more beautiful villages in the country.
Easy, accessible, safe, yours. Digi Wallet, easy, accessible, safe, yours.
A time to reflect, revive, and renew. Your Belize City Council invites you to an unforgettable free 2-day Holy Week Revival concert. Backed by powerful demand, the return of award-winning songwriter and worship leader, Sinach. Live in concert, bringing healing, hope, and encouragement through worship. Join us Tuesday, March 31st, 2026 and Wednesday, April 1st, 2026 from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Digi Park on Newtown Barracks. And that's not all. Joining us for the first time is award-winning Christian reggae band Christafari. Also featuring powerful performances from our local gospel ministries and more. Dunamis Worship, Centro Visión Misionero, Kings Park Church of the Nazarene Worship Team, Life Music from Life Church, Heavenlies, Wabagari Dance Group, and Alexander Evans on steel pan. Special thanks to all our partners whose support helps make this revival possible. So, bring your entire family and experience this powerful 2-day Holy Week Revival concert in Belize City. Tuesday, March 31st and Wednesday, April 1st, 2026 at Digi Park on Newtown Barracks. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
Give me the real milk, the number one milk, Dana milk, then love Dana milk. You can whip it cream, for Dana milk it is real, yes, Dana milk, then love Dana milk. All over Cayo and in San Pedro, Dana milk, then love Dana milk. Dana milk in the morning, Dana milk in the evening, Dana milk. Give me Dana milk. Up north in Corozal, supermarket and them all. Dana milk, then love Dana milk. All over this land and in Belmopan, yes, Dana milk. Give me Dana milk. Say in Tangriga, PG. Dino Milk, they love Dino Milk. You can hear this stuff, cause it's in Orange Walk. Yeah, Dino Milk, I love Dino Milk. Dino Milk Powder, probably the best milk powder in the world. Dino.
Get your body sculpted with gym equipment and accessories from Benny's. Quality and savings.
Gas prices throughout the world continue to rise as the war in the Middle East rages on. As of today, March 19th, global oil prices are highly elevated, with Brent crude trading around 108 to 110 US dollars per barrel and WTI crude nearing $97 per barrel. At home, Belizeans are already feeling the squeeze. Last week, the gas price at the pump saw a dramatic increase. Premium gasoline, which previously sold for $12.53 per gallon, jumped to $13.76 per gallon, and regular gasoline rose from $11.77 to $13.02 per gallon. The agricultural sector of the country is expected to see increases in fertilizer and feed due to the rising cost of fuel. The Prime Minister says that every sector will be affected by the war.
We know all of that. Everything that has to do with oil is going to go up. As it is right now, we can just hope and pray that this war can come to an end very quickly so that then things can stabilize. Prices are going to go up. There's nothing we can do about it. And we have to just to try to see how best we can operate it in a situation that we did not create, and a situation that we can't control. We are a small player. And so we need to be able to find that balance to be able to help our farmers and our citizens.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness has begun enforcing stricter compliance measures, requiring pharmacies to request a valid prescription before giving out certain medications. According to Senior Drug Inspectorate Officer Shamira Gongora, this enforcement is nothing new, and all that is changing is how they are monitoring establishments.
We have taken the liberty to separate pharmacy sale from general OTC because we know in Belize, in some rural areas, we don't have pharmacies everywhere, like especially down south. So we've put some items on general sale so that these items can be available at grocery store, providing that they're stored at the accurate temperature, not to affect the integrity of the product. So it's nothing new. I mean, as a pharmacist, you know that certain medication, antibiotic control drugs, drugs for NCDs, they require a prescription at all times. Over the counter list is for things that can be sold within a pharmacy, right? So it's pretty much just to treat minor illnesses. If it is that it gets worse, then you need to consult a doctor. So it's for a simple cough and cold. If it is that you see that symptoms persist more than 3 days, you need to consult the doctor. If it is that you have a pain or any other ailment that you're taking an over the counter, like let's say Tylenol, you're taking ibuprofen 200 milligrams, you're taking Aleve 220 milligrams, and it persists more than 2-3 days, then you surely need to consult a doctor because we don't know if you're masking and the pain is actually a symptom to something greater. What we are ensuring that we have control over the medication and that it is in the best interest of the patient that they get their checks done, and you're not taking a medication forever and ever and you don't know if it's working or you're getting worse. So antibiotics, that has always been prescription drugs. You need a prescription to get an antibiotic. And What are the consequences of taking an antibiotic without a prescription? We have antimicrobial resistance, which is very real. If it is that probably in the next 5 years, the medication becomes or you become resistant to the antibiotic and they're not making any more antibiotic, then you would die from a simple infection or a simple cold because none of the antibiotics are working because your body or the bacteria within your body has learned to um, to defend itself against the antibiotics. So it's not working anymore. And so you could die from a simple infection or a simple cold.
And that's the news. Thank you for joining us from all of us here at Plus TV. Have a good night and God bless.